Just imagine you become so handsome that as soon as you step out of your house, crowds of girls gather around you, and your beauty becomes something they simply cannot handle. Something like this happens in our story today, which begins with the Mons family, who for many generations have been among the most beautiful people. Because of their beauty, people liked them a lot, and this was also their way of earning money. Their eldest son was like a TikTok star, and because of his charming face, he had millions of followers. Besides this, he also helped normal boys set up with girls. His father, Parker, was also extremely handsome in his time and would often break girls' hearts. He had dated more than 200 girls before he finally found his true love. His wife was also very beautiful, but with slightly manly features. Their younger son, Kulin, was the most handsome in the family. The whole family was proud of their beauty, but Kulin wanted to live a normal life. He often thought that if he were a little less handsome, then every time he stepped outside, a mob of girls would not chase after him. Just one glance at his handsome face would make girls go crazy. Some would have nosebleeds. Others would pull their hair and jump around in madness. As a result, Kulin had never been able to even talk to a girl. He rarely went outside and studied from home. Apart from his pet fish, Kulin had no one to talk to. He would play cards alone and talk to his fish. This behavior worried his family a lot. Many times, they tried to encourage him by showing him pictures of beautiful girls, telling him, "Look, brother, there are so many girls in the world, what are you doing?" But Kulin always said he wanted a girl who didn't care about his beauty. He wanted someone to love him for his heart. When nothing worked, the family came up with a new plan. They decided to pretend to be poor, just to force Kulin to go to school. One night, when Kulin got up to drink water, he overheard his parents talking that from now on, they would only eat eggs for breakfast so they could save money for his education outside the home. Hearing this, Kulin felt guilty and decided the next morning to go to school. The whole family danced with joy. But then Kulin said, "I will only go to a boys' school." The family felt a little upset, but still agreed. At least he would step outside. On the first day, his brother dropped him off on a bike. Even after getting down, Kulin kept his helmet on and went inside, planning to wear it all day so no one would notice his beauty. But the exact opposite happened. Because of the helmet, all the kids stared at him even more. A boy named Siddy and his gang started teasing him. When the teacher arrived, she asked Kulin to remove his helmet. Reluctantly, Kulin took it off, and everyone saw his dazzling face. The teacher fainted on the spot and was taken straight to the hospital. Kulin ran home, but on the way, the bullies caught him and locked him in the storeroom. There, they revealed themselves like superheroes. For the last 3 years, they had been stuck in the same class because Siddy only wanted to attend parties with the school's most beautiful girl, Amanda. But Amanda only talked to handsome boys. So they planned to use Kulin as their messenger. They even forced a decent boy named Keyboard to join them. Later, Kulin went to the principal to complain about the bullies. But the poor principal, already troubled because of his own son, said, "Brother, just help me get a girlfriend so I can leave this crazy place quickly." That night, Kulin found a real friend in Keyboard and felt happy. The next day, the two went to BBM school, where girls screamed as soon as they saw him, "Take off the helmet!" The girls insulted him badly, but when he finally removed it, chaos broke out. Within hours, news spread on TV that because of Kulin, girls were losing control. Some had nosebleeds, some fainted, some went wild. Even Amanda, the school's most beautiful girl, fell in love with him after seeing him on TV. She decided she had to make Kulin hers. Soon, thousands of girls gathered outside Kulin's house. His family started selling entry tickets to meet him and making money. When Kulin secretly saw this, he realized his family had been using him all along. He refused to return home, especially after seeing his pet fish suffering because of the crowd. Heartbroken, he began hiding on rooftops, away from the girls searching for him. Suddenly, a girl came from behind and said, "You're not planning to jump, are you?" Kulin was shocked, because she was the first girl who didn't faint at his sight. His heart started racing, and he couldn't even speak. She also said nothing more and walked away. Later, Kulin went to Keyboard's house, where Keyboard and his grandmother cared for him. In Keyboard's room, Kulin saw rare collectible cards and became happy because he also loved collecting them. The next day, the two went to the girls' school looking for the rooftop girl, but instead met Amanda, to whom they delivered Siddy's letter. Amanda pretended not to care about Kulin's beauty, but as soon as he left, her nose also started bleeding. Kulin then saw the rooftop girl again in the city, but couldn't reach her because of the crowd. Over the next few days, Kulin and Keyboard became close friends. One day, Keyboard took him to watch a football match, where he planned to meet a girl he liked, named Mira. But during the match, Kulin's eyes fell on the rooftop girl again. He couldn't stop staring. Keyboard then introduced her. Her name was Rayer. Kulin was stunned because Keyboard also liked Rayer. The two were good friends, but now jealousy began to grow inside Kulin. That night, he couldn't sleep, thinking what to do. He remembered his brother Vokus, the love guru, and decided to ask him for advice. The next morning when Vokus saw Kulin, his eyes lit up. He had always wanted to help his younger brother talk to girls. Kulin also forgave his family by then, realizing that if he hadn't gone out, he would never have met Rayer. Both brothers went shopping, and Vokus told him how to impress a girl. Kulin followed his advice but realized he didn't know Rayer as well as he thought. Still, he didn't want to give up. One day, Amanda came to the boys' school and invited Kulin to her birthday party, even giving him a phone saying, "Call me on this, okay?" Later, Kulin and Keyboard went out with Rayer. Seeing them together, Kulin felt jealous. That night, after Keyboard left, Kulin asked Rayer directly if she liked Keyboard. At first, she denied it, but when Kulin lied that Keyboard loved Amanda, Rayer's face fell. Now it was clear that Rayer liked Keyboard too. After returning home, Kulin called Amanda and asked for help. Amanda, madly in love with him, was ready to do anything. At her birthday party, both Kulin and Keyboard arrived. But suddenly, Amanda ignored Kulin and focused on Keyboard instead. She dragged him aside, and right then Rayer also arrived at the party. She saw Amanda kissing Keyboard. Heartbroken, Rayer ran away. Kulin followed her and confessed his love. But Rayer said she only saw him as a friend. In the end, Kulin lost his only friend and didn't get the girl either. To make things worse, City and his gang saw Amanda kissing Keyboard and beat him up badly. Kulin just stood there, too afraid to help. Later, he took Keyboard home, but seeing his friend in pain filled him with regret. He confessed everything to Keyboard, who was shocked. Keyboard said if he had known Kulin also liked Rayer, he would have stepped back himself. But after such betrayal, he couldn't remain his friend anymore. He locked himself in his room, and Kulin missed him terribly. At home, his mother gave him his fish back, safe and healthy. Hearing her words, Kulin realized how much people loved him. He decided to fix things. The next morning, he told Rayer the truth. Then he went to Keyboard and apologized. At first, Keyboard acted stubborn, but during their conversation, Kulin made him admit how much he loved Rayer. Unknown to them, Rayer was listening on the phone the whole time. Finally, all the misunderstandings were cleared. A few days later, at the dance party, Keyboard danced with Rayer, while Kulin danced with Amanda. Kulin and Amanda were crowned the king and queen of the dance. While all the girls went crazy watching him on stage, one girl's voice said, "He doesn't even look that good." Hearing this, Kulin's heart started racing again, and he searched for that mysterious girl with his eyes. So, if for one day you became this handsome, what would you do? Don't forget to tell me in the comments.